Hi, in this module, I just want to talk about the big picture of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Kind of a diagram. I posted already in our Discord server. Now, if you are watching YouTube and you want to have that diagram, you can join our server. It's just simply from the book the chart is God's big picture. And so basically the diagram just show us that from the beginning, Genesis 1 to 2 is that the pattern of a kingdom. This is where we see God created the whole creation, the universe and star and moon and the planet Earth. And then, of course, the creature, the plants, and then, of course, Adam and Eve. And so the diagram there will be Genesis 1 to 2 is that the pattern of a kingdom. This is God's perfect world. Was perfect. Until Genesis 3 introduced us to the fall of man. So we call it the fall. And then the diagram right there, the fall all the way came down. And the Genesis 3 under the perish kingdom. So the kingdom is perish, mean perishable, mean it's die slowly, it's going to die, decay. And so the whole creation, including mankind, is going to die and decay, right? And then from Genesis 12 to Exodus 18, it's kind of like talk about the Exodus. Exodus means out of Egypt. So then the law established, the conquest, the monarchy, and then you see that from the fall that God tried to build up in a way that the kingdom. And so that's there where the promised kingdom. God promised there will be a kingdom. He always be king, but there are also his people with him. But there will be a promise. Has not yet fulfilled that time. And then from Exodus 13 to Leviticus and Number and Joshua and Judges and Second Chronicle, there will be a partial kingdom. Meaning that God's in the heavenly place, he's still king. But in the book of 1 Samuel, people say, hey, look, we want king like our country. And say, okay, because you guys have rejected me as king, therefore, you want it, I give it to you. And it's not going to be a perfect king. You know that. They would tax you, they would take your children to the army and so on and on. So that will be the first king in Israel will be King Saul. Right? So that will be partial kingdom. And then all the way, move a bit too fast here, all the way to the prophesy kingdom. This is where we see God sent prophets. Prophet meaning God's spokesman. What they heard from God, they speak to the people regardless where people like or not. Regardless, even the prophet said, oh, I feel so bad because, God said that. No, but the prophet are commanded to speak. It's none of your business if you like it or not like it. So that's why the prophet is tough. Because why? They also have feelings that, even they prophesy, people can, stone them, put them in jail. We read the prophets. And so that's a prophesy kingdom. And then on the top, kind of a lie there, prophetic hope, meaning that all the prophets point to the hope in the future. Prophesy the hope is coming, because at that time they had no hope, because they have the law, they have the land, but they've been exiled, meaning they're out of their land. They are wandering. No group of people. There's no community. They've been oppressed. And so they prophesy about the prophetic hope. And then at the end of that, you will see the birth of Christ. So, because the end of the book of Old Testament, there will be the first story is the story of birth of Christ, story of Christmas. And that's and then after the birth of Christ, then we will see the present kingdom, which means that Christ came, he himself is God. He himself is the sacrificial lamb that fulfilled all the law in the Old Testament. He himself, of course, later on we read in Hebrew, we know he's a high priest. Also, he is the one that present the present kingdom. Meaning like he said that I'm with you, God with us, the Emmanuel. I'm here with you. I'm present with you. So the kingdom is present. It's no longer elusive, no longer out there, but it's here. So he proclaimed the kingdom is here. And therefore, then we'll see his crucifixion, and then we'll see the resurrection, and then we see the ascension, meaning that he back to he himself God, but because God is spirit, that he became flesh, he was not able to go back to the spirit anymore. He's still the body, new body, the disciple can touch it, he still eat, but then he can move from one place to another place seemed pretty fast, and he went through walls. And so he have a new kind of physique, I don't know, but it's hard for us to understand. But it's a new body, and that's where we have a hope that one day when we die, we totally have new body. It's gonna be imperishable, which means not gonna decay, not gonna die. And so there will be here under that one with present kingdom, and then proclaim kingdom in the book of Acts. So from the book of Acts to Revelation, we are living in the time that we proclaim the kingdom come. We are the ambassador of Christ to proclaim the kingdom. Ambassador means we represent another kingdom. So if you know about the embassy, if you step into the door into the embassy, that is the country. So if I step into the U.S. embassy, the moment I step into the embassy, I will be charged if I violate any under U.S. law. And so if I step out, then Vietnam law. So the same. So the kingdom of God is intertwined right now through the person of Jesus Christ with us as believer, intertwined. So we are the ambassador of Christ, and we represent the kingdom of God, and we proclaim this. This is why we need to speak about the kingdom of God. And then, of course, we look forward to the new creation. That's where the perfected kingdom. And that will be the end time. Now, we're not discussing about what type of end time we have, but this is a diagram for us to see the big picture. I hope that helps. Enjoy our Discord server if you want to see the diagram. I will see you next time.